Okay, we've had some questions. People are trying the multi-step problems, and there's a few that can be a little tricky. So let's take a look at one today and just work our way through it. Okay, so the question is 2x minus 1 all divided by 2 is equal to 2x plus 1 all divided by 3. And we want to solve for x. We want to find x. Okay, so we got a few things going on here now, but before we collect our like terms, we have a couple of different ways that we could go about this because of the fractions. So we could make a common denominator out of this if we wanted. But I'm going to give you what I think is maybe the easier way to do a lot of this stuff. And I don't like working with fractions. So one of the easiest ways to get rid of a fraction, doing the opposite, would be to multiply. Now if I multiply this side by 2, we'll see those will cancel out. But like we know, we have to multiply the other side as well. So I have to take all of this and multiply it by 2 as well. Now that helps on the left-hand side. There's no more fraction, but I still have this 3 on the right-hand side. So let's try that same thing. Let's get rid of the 3. So now I'm going to multiply this side by 3 as well. Now it looks complicated, but those 3's are actually going to cancel out. Now we can go to the left-hand side and I multiply all of this by 3. And when we're all done, we rewrite this. I can see on the left-hand side I have 3 times 2x minus 1. There's my equal sign. On the right-hand side I have in brackets 2x plus 1 and the 2. I'm just going to switch those around. We know order does not matter when you multiply, so I can move that 2 to the other side. So now I don't have a fraction anymore, which is nice. I'm like a lot of you, I don't like working with fractions. So I've done some multiplying here to get rid of those fractions. Now what that has done though is it's actually given me a little extra step because now I have to distribute. So I need to distribute the 3 and I need to distribute that 2 so I can get rid of these brackets. In order to multiply, I had to add in those brackets. Now I want to get rid of those. So 3 times 2x, that is 6x. Don't forget, 3 times negative 1, negative 3. On the right-hand side, 2 times 2 is 4x. 2 times positive 1 is positive 2. Okay, so now I'm at this step. I'm going to just get some of this to the other side here. Alright, so let's slide this up and see if we can't finish off working with this expression. So now, collect like terms. I need all the x's on one side, everything that doesn't have an x on the other. And we looked at that shortcut last time. I'm going to take this and move it over here, but I know when I move it over, it's going to end up being a negative 4x. I'm going to do the same thing with this negative 3, and I'm going to move it over here, and it's going to become positive 3. So I got to switch those around. So over on the left, I still have this 6x, but now I have this negative 4x. On the right-hand side, I have the 2, and I've now added this plus 3. Let's combine my like terms, so let's put these together. That's 6x minus 4x is 2x. And on the right-hand side, same thing. Let's combine these together. And I get 2 plus 3 is 5. I'm making it simpler and simpler, right? That's my job, simplify all of this. Now let's just look at the x value. I have 2 times x, so I'm going to do the opposite and divide, but I have to divide on this side. So when I'm all done now, I have x equals 5 divided by 2, or if you just had 2.5, that would be fine as well. All right, so I hope that helps. Please keep sending the questions in.